Hey, Kareem, you've been in a bunch of these season openers. How much of a surprise factor is there early on, both from what you're going to see and also what you can attack Tennessee with?
Um, I think this year is obviously like no other year with not having any preseason games. So every team would just have to go off what they saw from the team last year. So it'll be a bit of a surprise factor there. I think for us, knowing the personnel that they have with Derrick Henry and their receivers and Tannehill, I think with them going deep in the playoffs, I think we'll be able to look at some of those things. I think it'll be similar in some aspects, but I'm sure they'll sprinkle in some change. But it'll definitely be a big surprise factor. So I think whatever team adjusts well to will have a great chance of being successful.
Brandon, go ahead.
Kareem, you obviously played the Titans a bunch all your years in Houston plus last year, but with Jurrell having that inside working knowledge, will you pick his brain a little more this week just about what guys' tendencies are and what they might try and do?
Yeah, I'll ask him a few things this week, especially if I see something on film that I'm not too sure about. Maybe he can help me with, being as though he's seen it, up close and personal every day, practicing against it in camp and OTAs and throughout the season. So I'll definitely lean on him quite a bit this week. But I also kind of lean on my years of experience, just playing those guys throughout my career.
Up next, we have Troy Rank, followed by Nick Kosmider. Go ahead, Troy.
Kareem, we know you're an Alabama guy, big Alabama fan, so you've known and watched Derrick Henry. You've played against him. What is it like to hit and tackle him? What is the key to bringing him down, especially in a camp where you guys didn't do live tackling?
I think it's going to be I think the key is going to be for us to get multiple guys to the ball. We know what type of guy he is, being as though we played against him last year. And I think their team is a totally different team from when we played them to what they are now. I think he's a totally different runner from what he was then to what he ended up as, how he ended up finished the year last year. So for us, I think the key is just going to be getting multiple hats to the ball. We can't rely on one guy just getting him down. He's a big guy, can run. Has great vision. They have a great offensive line as well. So we have to get multiple guys to the ball. We have to make sure we wrap up and try to make it for sure tackle.
And also, what did you think of in the stadium with that noise? It's league mandated. I think it's 70 decibels to have that fake crowd noise. And it looks like there's going to be fans starting with at least a limited number for Tampa Bay. So what was it like in the practices without him? And what are you looking forward to, even if there's a limited number going forward with that Tampa Bay game?
The league noise, I don't think, it affect any of us. It was just something that was there when we was practicing. But moving forward, I think week 3, I think everybody will be looking forward to having the fans there. Having fans is just that added element of excitement. I'm not saying we won't be excited week 1 with not having fans. Monday night, that's enough in itself to get us going. But it'll be interesting to see, obviously with the league noise. I think, me and some of the guys just talked about it. It's always at a certain point throughout the play where everything just kind of goes silent anyway. And you just kind of locked in on your job. So whether it's the league noise, whether it's fans, I don't think it'll matter. We still have to go out, execute, as if it was, the stadium was full.
Okay, we have Nick Kosmider, followed by Arnie Stapleton. Go ahead, Nick.
Kareem, thanks for the time. As you guys have wrapped up training camp now in the second year in Vic Fangio's defense, what gives you kind of confidence that this is a defense that can create more takeaways than it did a year ago?
Just obviously, like you said, with us being in it year 2, just all about, getting comfortable and knowing it inside and out. Obviously with me and Jackson having our second year together, and being the quarterback of this defense and making calls and putting guys in the right situations. I think for all 11 of us out there, I think we're a lot more comfortable. I think it showed in camp. I think we created, quite a few turnovers in camp. So we're looking to carry that over to the season. I think it's just about us being comfortable, knowing where our help is, knowing, the things we need to take away within the calls and also just flying around and getting to the ball.
Appreciate it.
Arnie, go ahead.
Hey, Kareem, I know you're an 11-year vet, and in the past few years, veterans have taken fewer and fewer snaps in the preseason. But now that you had no preseason at all, I'm wondering what you yourself missed about the preseason, what you would have gotten out of it, what you kind of would have gotten from it.
For me, I like to just try to polish up on some things. Obviously, tackling, not getting any live reps in camp practices. So, I definitely want to try to use that, those preseason games to go out and work on your tackling. Also conditioning. The game speed's a little bit faster, so it can kind of affect your conditioning a little bit. So, it's up to me to do extra things and to have myself prepared in that aspect, and I think I am. And also, I miss seeing the younger guys playing. Just the opportunities that those preseason, give those younger guys to go out and showcase their talents and what they can do. To not have that, I think that was a huge blow for some of those younger guys. But that's it's just the way the year was this year. But for us, we just got to go out and obviously you got to have a great week of practice. But and not use that first game to go out and we just got to hit the ground running.
Thanks.
Last two, Mike Kliss and Zach Stevens. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Kareem, last year you guys had a tough time with Leonard Fournette, I think in game 4, and then Vic made some changes where you went back from nickel to safety, Alexander Johnson, a linebacker, Mike Purcell, and then you shut down Derrick Henry a couple games later. Do you have confidence that the way you're aligned, you'll be okay against Derrick Henry in this game?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I have a ton of confidence in our group. And like I said, I think that Tennessee team was a completely different team by the end of the year once they made the playoffs. So I think, moving forward throughout the year, those guys, picked up steam after they played us. Derrick Henry definitely picked up some steam. So, but I think we're fine with our personnel. Like I said, I have a ton of confidence in the group that we have, and I think Monday night, we'll go out and and we'll have to execute. But I have a ton of confidence that we can go out and execute and do what's necessary for us to win.
Okay, last one, Zach Stevens, please.
Hey, Kareem, especially without preseason where you said you like to work on tackling and you didn't do that in training camp, how do you get ready to tackle, especially in a game where you're going up against a big running back?
Honestly, it's tough. You can kind of mimic it in practice, just kind of work on your angles and making sure you're in the right spots, especially if you have 2-on-1 situations. And that's pretty much all you can do. Monday night, you just got to go out and just rely on instincts. I've been tackling for a long time now, so I think once I get out there, I think it'll be second nature for me. I think in my game, that's one of the things that I do best. So, once I get out there, I just rely on my instincts and just go from there.